Birdland Today, your daily dose of Orioles talk.
The day after the home opener always sucks. It's always just a little depressing. Like, we got baseball season back, and that first off day is just like, oh, I just want to watch the birds. So, welcome to Birdland Today for Tuesday, April 1st. And I thought we'd kind of talk about and look back at the past 5 games of the Baltimore Orioles. Now, I know I'm complaining that there's no game today, but maybe it's just that I was spoiled because we got 4 games in Toronto. So we've seen 5 games already where most teams have not seen 5. And I'm so used to that home opener starting the season, 1 game and then a day off. And I hate the day off because I am all in on what are you going to do for me today, Baltimore Orioles. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. We've got the Red Sox in town. We looked good yesterday. Let's keep the ball going. Now, I want to talk about the stats of where the Orioles are right now. And I'll quickly say, really good home opening win yesterday. Love to see the Birds come out right at the start of the game and put up 4 spot right in that first inning. And even more impressive is they did it without the long ball. We talked the other day about, is this team going to live or die by the long ball? And they didn't do it yesterday. Yesterday, they put up 8 runs without getting a home run. So this shows that this team is capable of that. Now, the Red Sox are off to a really slow start. But I'm not going to make excuses. The Orioles did what they needed to do yesterday. They won the game. They won the home opener. There's nothing better for the city of Baltimore than when the Orioles win. And that's what makes the home opener so special. To see the city full of orange, to see it vibrant, it alive, everyone excited and hope for the future. I miss it whenever I don't go back. And I always regret it as soon as I see all of you guys posting on social media. Pictures at Pickles. Pictures at the tailgate. Pictures on Utah Street. And then somehow there's always pictures from Section 336. And those are the ones that hit me the hardest. Where it's the photo from Section 336 with the orange carpet laid out, the stadium full, and you are just ready for the introductions. Good job, Baltimore, for welcoming Felix Bautista back. Nice loud cheer for that. Thank you, Masson, for leaving the camera on Felix long enough for us to hear the whistle and see him come out. Love that as well, as a guy in Florida watching on the MLB app. Now, the Orioles have hit 10 home runs this season, all in Toronto in those first 4 games, all without the torpedo bats. So if we want to make a big deal about these torpedo bats and what the New York Yankees are doing, just take a look at what your Baltimore Orioles are doing. I love the torpedo bats. I love it because it's science, it's math, and it's baseball all coming together. It has potential to lead to a steroid-like era where everyone's hitting home runs without steroids. That would be good for baseball. I want more teams to invest in the torpedo bat. There was a story that came out that talked to bat manufacturers, and they said outside of the Yankees, they listed a couple other teams, but they mentioned the Orioles as one of the teams most intrigued in talking to these bat manufacturers about the technology changes. So sooner or later, we will see more torpedo bats in Baltimore. I know Sunday there were stories of Adley playing around with one. I couldn't tell during the game if he was using it during the game or not. I'm sure one of you guys can correct me. But he was at least testing it out during batting practice. But without the torpedo bat, Jordan Westburg has 3 home runs. Cedric Mullins has 2. Adley Rutschman has 2. Cowser has 1. Holiday has 1. O'Neill has that great streak of home runs on opening day. When you talk about baseball, baseball is the game of historical stats. And there's always a fun one that I just never knew about. Like the fact that it took till the January for the stat to come out that last season the Orioles had allowed the fewest doubles in baseball history. We didn't know about that. Double plays, not doubles. Double plays. We didn't know that. Of course, they mentioned it during the broadcast, and the Orioles hit into 3 double plays in 3 innings or something like that. But that's what makes baseball cool, is there's so much historical data and so many historical stats. And the fact that O'Neill has now gone 6 opening days with a home run, it makes no sense. But it's a fun stat. And now it's like, I can't wait to see O'Neill next year. How long can that streak go? But even without that streak, O'Neill, he's leading the team with a .571 batting average. And he's got 14 plate appearances. He's getting the playing time. 5 RBIs he's brought out of that. Jordan Westburg has a .412 batting average with 17 at-bats. Again, guys getting plenty of play. They're this first series. Hyde likes to rest the guy a game or two, or really just a game. So O'Neill got a game off, Westbrook got a game off, but they're getting at bats. 412 from Jordan Westbrook. I know it's a small sample size. I know that number won't stay up that high, but it's a foundation, and it shows you that this team is coming in hot, coming in ready to play. O'Neill has a .400 batting average. I mean, to just go through the list, Urias. Now, Urias hasn't gotten as much playing time, but he still put up 15 at-bats, and he's got a .400 batting average out of that. Cedric Mullins might be the most impressive to me because I have written him off this year going into this season. Didn't expect anything but regression. And he is starting this season in 20 at-bats. He has a .350 batting average. And, of course, we mentioned those 2 home runs. Holiday, a guy that struggled so much last year, has a .316 batting average with 2 RBIs and a stolen base. And technically, I think he was called out on one yesterday. I didn't like the review. I thought it looked like he got in there. Really interesting stat that Holiday does not slide head first. He always goes feet first. And when you think of a guy like that with speed, you expect him to go head first. But look what that did to Colton Cowser. Colton Cowser's not going to miss 8 weeks because he slid head first in the first base. Now, that's dumb in first base. But it's also like, I want to know if, how do I word this? If Jackson Holiday could slid head first into the second base yesterday, would he have been safe? Does it get him there faster? Or is he such a good base runner that it's not holding him back, that he doesn't do head first slides? But to move on, Adley Rutschman, a guy we all said had to have a bounce back season, is currently batting .286 with no time off. He got a day off at DH. But 21 at-bats, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. Mountcastle's got a .250. Cowser's struggling with a .125, but he got a home run, and he's out hurt now. So we'll just have to move on. Do you know Cedric Mullins has 10 RBIs? Again, a guy I wrote off this year. 10 RBIs. When you continue through the batting average or offense, the slugging percentage, Westbrook 941, O'Neill 857, Mullins 700, Adley 619, and it continues. And it's not just getting on base. We're also taking walks. 2 walks for O'Neill, O'Hearn, Rutschman, Urias, and Jordan Westbrook. They're making good plate appearances. Now, on the downside, Holiday does have 8 strikeouts. Cowser does have 6. He was really struggling. Kjerstad, who needs, if there's anyone who has to take advantage of this next 8 weeks while Cowser's out, it's Heston Kjerstad. 4 strikeouts, but he did get a hit yesterday, and it was good to see that. Mountcastle's got 4, Mullins got 4, Mateo's got 3. Mateo's also got 2 errors in the game, which is really frustrating to see from Mateo. Mateo is in this lineup for defense, and I mean, Mateo's not going to be able to stick around if he's giving up the ball to errors and causing errors. Now, pitching is a problem because we're just not going deep enough. Zach Eflin went 6 innings. Fine. Kramer, 5.1. Not quite. Povich got 8 strikeouts, but he only pitched 4.1 innings. Seguna went out after 4 innings with hand cramps. Charlie Morton, 3 innings. Charlie Morton, old man, you're here to get us deep. You're here to go deep in innings. The one thing we want you to do is pitch into the 6th inning. That's the thing. I know all these pitchers I just listed, one time through the rotation. They got 1 start. So I can't complain too much, but I am going to complain because it meant we've had to rely on our bullpen a lot. But 8 strikeouts for Povich. That's outstanding. Love it. Kramer got 6. Baker out of the pen. It's been really impressive. He's been out for 2 games, 2.2 innings, 5 strikeouts for a 0 ERA. Loving Baker out of the pen. And Aikens also doing really well out of the pen. He's got same stats except 3 games, 2.2 innings pitched and 3 strikeouts. Batista struggled yesterday in the home opener. He's got a 9 ERA because he has pitched 2 innings, 1 in Toronto, 1 yesterday, and he has 3 strikeouts. Unfortunately, he's let up some runs. So that's something to keep an eye on. But again, he was out of baseball for like a year and a half or so. So it'll be okay. Biggest disappointment from the first 5 days? Maybe Cowser, especially to tap on the diving into first base. Maybe Seguna, the guy that I've been telling you is going to be the rookie of the year, who can't get past 4 innings. But there's too much to be excited about in Birdland. There's too many runs being scored. There's too much offensive excitement. There's too much just, we're in this. Everyone's playing well. I'm not going to complain. I don't have Rafael Devers going 0 for 18 or whatever he's at now. That guy's not on my team, so I can't complain. So looking back at the first 5 days, I'm excited for this team. We are 3-2, if I'm doing that math right in my head. And they are all against divisional opponents. Those are important wins. It puts us in the middle of the pack. But remember, the New York Yankees are 3-0. They've only played 3 games. Tampa Bay's played 4 games. Boston's played 5. Toronto's played 5. We've played 5. And we're the leader of those. When you look at run differential, we are +9 run differential. Yeah, the Yankees are +22. But they got torpedo bats. We'll get them. They also have Aaron Judge, who can just destroy the ball. So I'm not worried about the Yankees at the moment. But we'll see how that, we'll see. We'll see how much is the torpedo bats, if it can sustain, versus how much is just the start of the season and then coming in hot. It's too early for me to be scared of other teams. I'm too excited about what the Orioles are doing. So on that, I'll talk to you tomorrow.